Hello Manchester United fans. Ruben Amorim swiftly moves to explain worst ever Man United team JIBE after facing backlash. The Manchester United boss was addressing the media for the first time since claiming that the current Manchester United side may be the worst in their history. Ruben Amorim insists his claim that the current Manchester United side is possibly the worst in the club's illustrious history was taken out of context. The United boss turned heads on Sunday when he made the claim in his press conference after United's 3-1 defeat to Brighton at Old Trafford. In the past 10 games in Premier League, we won 2, said Amorim. Imagine what this is for a fan of Manchester United. Imagine what this is for me. We are getting a new coach who is losing more than the last coach. I have full knowledge of that. We are the worst team maybe in the history of Manchester United. I know you media want headlines, but I am saying that because we have to acknowledge that and to change that. Here you go, your headlines. Sure enough, those headlines did follow over the next few days as Amorim faced criticism over what he said, with pundit Jamie Carragher calling his move bizarre and ridiculous. But speaking ahead of United's Europa League clash with Rangers, Amorim insisted that the words were purely aimed at himself as he bids to get a tune out of his underperforming players who currently sit 13th in the Premier League. First of all, I want to talk about that, Amorim told reporters. I was talking more about myself than for my players. It's more for me, talking more about me than the players. If you look around when I speak, every time you push about the players not being good enough, I take the spotlight away from my players. I understand I gave you that headline, but I get frustrated sometimes. He then added, I'm not taking responsibility away from the players. What I'm saying is the message you guys show is I'm putting it on the players. In this moment, we are performing really bad and our results are really bad in the moment. It's everything together, the players, the staff, and I'm the biggest person responsible for the results. Amorim was appearing alongside Harry Maguire at the press conference, and the United defender called on his teammates to bear the brunt of the problems and not just the manager. He said, I think as players, we were frustrated and disappointed, coming on the back of a good away performance at Arsenal in the FA Cup and beating Southampton. We have to look at ourselves and take responsibility. Marcus Rashford Man United transfer exit latest amid training appearance and Barcelona meeting. Manchester United transfer news as Marcus Rashford's return to Ruben Amorim's squad is teased for the first time since December. Manchester United star Marcus Rashford continues to be linked with a move away from the club in the January transfer window. A number of clubs are understood to be keen on signing the 27-year-old on loan until the end of the season. The forward last played for United against Victoria Plzen in the Europa League on December 12. Rashford outlined his desire for a new challenge in December after missing the Manchester Derby win over Manchester City. Rashford was left out of the 9th match running in Sunday's 3-1 defeat to Brighton. United boss Ruben Amorim insisted it was his choice when asked about the attacker's absence. However, sources have clarified that the United Academy graduate has not declared himself unavailable. On Wednesday, Rashford joined his United teammates in training ahead of Thursday night's Europa League game with Rangers. It comes after a number of updates emerged regarding a potential departure. Here, Men's Sport brings you the latest on Rashford and what the future could hold. Rangers return. United have significantly reduced their output of training footage over the past month and Rashford was absent when photographs were released on January 8th. However, he took part in training on Wednesday morning ahead of the clash with Rangers. What Amorim has said. After watching his side register one shot on target against Brighton, Amorim was quizzed on the prospect of bringing Rashford back into the mix. It is his choice not to play, he said. I don't want to focus on this bad moment because in the games we lost, Rashford is not here. I don't want to put this moment on Rashford. Rashford is out of this moment because he is not playing. No matter what, I am not going to put out a player I don't believe is the best for the team. Long queue of suitors. Since the window opened, the number of clubs credited with interest has increased. AC Milan had long been favorites to sign him, but their pursuit of Kyle Walker means Serie A's rules will prevent that. Borussia Dortmund, Barcelona and AS Monaco are all keen outside of England with Tottenham, and West Ham understood to be monitoring the situation. However, United aren't expected to let him join a Premier League club. On Tuesday, it was reported that Barcelona's sporting director Deco met with Rashford's entourage ahead of their dramatic 5-4 Champions League win over Benfica. Personal terms are not thought to be a problem. Sky Sports have claimed that Barcelona is Rashford's preferred destination if he is to leave United. Derby snub and transfer hint. It all started in December when Rashford, alongside Alejandro Garnacho, was left out of Amorim's squad for the 2-1 win over Manchester City. The absence wasn't entirely made public, but Garnacho has since returned. Important Man United transfer now under threat as Premier League rivals attempting to hijack deal. Manchester United always knew the January transfer window was going to be a busy and important period. The Red Devils are set to complete several key pieces of business. Antony is edging closer to joining Real Betis on loan, while Alejandro Garnacho has agreed personal terms with Napoli. It isn't just outgoings the United owners want to sanction, though. Ruben Amorim desperately needs new additions, and at left back especially. The United manager has identified Lisa's Patrick Dorgu as his top target, but could now face disappointment in his hunt for the 20-year-old signature. Man United's deal for Patrick Dorgu under threat. Despite United chiefs heading out to Italy in the hope of concluding talks and finalizing a £25 million deal for Dorgu, they risk coming up short as another Premier League side attempt to spoil the party. According to Give Me Sport, Ange Postecoglou is hopeful Tottenham can disrupt United's efforts and tempt Dorgu with a move to London instead. The Lily-Whites, like United, have had the least fullback on their radar for some time, and although it has been the Red Devils who have acted first, a deal has yet to be agreed. Influential figures at Spurs have been attempting to figure out how they can overcome Manchester United in the race for Dorgu before February 3 RD's deadline day. Man United can offer something others can't. Although Dorgu's representatives will certainly listen to all offers, the defender would be wise to give greater consideration to a move to Old Trafford. Spurs aren't as short on left-back options as United are. Diogo Dalot, a natural right-back, has been filling in on the left side following Luke Shaw's never-ending injury setbacks, while Tyrell Malacia looks set to leave on loan. Even though Spurs' interest will be genuine, it remains unknown how much playing time Dorgu would get under Postecoglou once Destiny Udogie returns. The Italian is his side's first-choice left-back and will take some dislodging. Dorgu is unlikely to face the same challenges at Old Trafford. How Man United feel about their Patrick Dorgu transfer chances as Tottenham make contact to sign him. TBR Football can exclusively reveal that Manchester United are confident about agreeing a deal to sign Patrick Dorgu in the coming days despite Tottenham Hotspur's interest in signing the Lecce left-back. TBR Football uncovered last month that scouts believe Dorgu fits Ruben Amorim's system at Old Trafford to a T. However, Tottenham are keen on signing Dorgu as well, with Destiny Udogie ruled out with a hamstring injury for 6 to 10 weeks. Both Manchester United and Tottenham are in serious need of a spark of some kind, with both clubs languishing in 13th and 15th place respectively in the Premier League. Man United confident about agreeing Patrick Dorgu deal amid Tottenham interest. United's confidence about signing Patrick Dorgu is sky high, as the 20-year-old and his camp held their own talks with Ruben Amorim's side, as revealed by TBR Football's chief correspondent Graham Bailey. The Danish defender has informed Lecce that he is ready to leave the Serie A club this month after the Red Devils recently opened talks to sign him. TBR Football understands that during initial talks, Manchester United tabled a €30 million, £25 million, offer to sign the high-flying fullback. But Lecce have made it clear to the English giants that they value Dorgu at a fee of €40 million, £33 million. With talks set to continue between both clubs, Tottenham's interest in Dorgu is long-standing, with Ange Postecoglou's side keen on his signature since the summer of 2024. So much so that Tottenham wish to amplify their interest in Dorgu, as TBR Football can confirm that they contacted the youngster's camp in the last 24 hours and have been kept informed about his situation. The other club who are also interested in signing the Copenhagen-born talent are Borussia Dortmund and Napoli. Liverpool were intending to sign Dorgu as well, which goes to show how highly rated he is. Manchester United set to travel to Italy to seal Patrick Dorgu move. Manchester United's plan to sign Dorgu was to travel to Italy and discuss a deal with Lecce, as per Fabrizio Romano. Man United are going big for Patrick Dorgu. In this case, there are also Napoli interested. Now, it's time for negotiations with Leeds. Man United will be in Italy in the next hours to meet, not just for Alejandro Garnacho, but also for Patrick Dorgu to understand the situation with Leeds. Manchester United inquired about Tyrick Mitchell from Crystal Palace as well, which indicates the necessity for wingbacks in Ruben Amorim's tactical setup. What Marcus Rashford has been saying to his Man United teammates about leaving. There's just under 2 weeks left in the January transfer window, and Marcus Rashford's situation at Manchester United remains unresolved. Rashford wants to leave United, and there have been a few suitors to come forward this January.